Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it is rumored that Chanel is going to have another price increase, and that this time it is going to be even more massive than the previous price increases that we've seen over the last several months and the last few years. So word on the street is that by July 1st or sometime in July, these price increases will be in effect. They will apparently affect all of the classic flaps from the minis all the way up to the maxi, which I don't own, but I've got mini square, mini rectangle, medium classic flap, so I don't have the small size classic in between. Here's my jumbo and the single flap, and the maxi would be the largest one after that. So apparently all of those will be impacted, excuse my voice, and the 19 flaps as well as the reissues as well as the boys will also be impacted, and who knows what else. So I know that there are a lot of rumors swirling all the time around Chanel. There's always some buzz around Chanel, but this time I do think that it is more likely to happen rather than it just being a myth, because so many people are talking about it. And from what I understand, there have been several Chanel sales associates that have confirmed this, not with me directly, so I don't have verified information. By the time this video goes live, the price increase may have already gone into effect. And if that's the case, if some of these numbers are a little bit off, please excuse, because I'm going off of just word on the street at the moment. So from what I understand, the Chanel Mini Square is going up from 3,800 to possibly 4,000 plus. Okay, so that's going to be, you know, a decent price increase there. But you gotta wait for the big increases. You'll see what I mean. The mini rectangle as well currently is 4,000. From what I understand, this may go up to 4,400. So that would make both of the minis in the 4,000 plus range, right? So this would go from 4,000 to 4,400 if the rumors are true. The medium classic flap, actually the small size currently is 6,200. From what I understand, again, I'm caveating all of this because, you know, these are rumors. The classic flaps are going to go up by $1,000 each. That's what I'm hearing. So that would mean the small size classic flap would go from 6,200 to 7,200 plus tax. And then the medium classic flap, here's mine in the beige clear that I got pretty recently, a few months ago, and now I'm like, maybe I'm secretly happy that I got it when I got it. 6,800 is going up to 7,800, okay? Another $1,000 increase. Whatever way you look at it, it is a whopping increase, because percentage-wise, it is far higher of an increase than it has been in the past years. So you can do the math. This is gonna go up apparently to 7,800. Once you add on tax, depending on where you live, that's clearly gonna get you into the $8,000 range. The jumbo, which I purchased preloved, this is mine in the single flap, which I adore. I'm just amazed by how much the prices have climbed, even on the resale market, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So this one here, the jumbo, currently retails for 7,400. That would be in the double flap, right? The classic double flap, because this one, the single flap, was discontinued, as we all know. If this goes up by another $1,000, that's going to bring it to 8,400 and creeping into the $9,000 range with taxes. And then forget about the maxi. I don't know how many of you are interested in the maxi or own the maxi. Currently it's retailing for, I believe, 8,000, so that could go up to 9,000, and then we're talking about 10 grand with taxes. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Again, I don't know if this is really going to happen, and if it is, exactly when it's going to happen. There's a lot up in the air, but I wanted to share this video because I feel like my channel is, yes, it's about eye candy, and it's about sharing our love for some of these frivolous, you know, beautiful handbags, but it's also informative. It's also supposed to educate, and, you know, I like to share out information that could be of use to you, that could be of help to you. That's why I do a lot of comparison videos, and I take requests for specific videos that you would like to see. If you have been saving for a classic bag or any of the bags that you believe will be impacted in the next price increase, then I understand that time is of the essence, and you may want to get ahead of this price increase, especially if it's true that on some of these it is going to be a whopping $1,000 price difference. If you are nowhere near close to your target amount in terms of your budget, and you might have to wait another few months or even a couple of years, then I know it probably stinks to have to swallow this pill, but at the end of the day, these prices will continue to climb. That's the reality of it. That's the business behind it. And whether we like it or not, and whether we agree or not, it is probably inevitable. The price increases from Chanel, as well as many of the other luxury brands, including Louis Vuitton, have been far more frequent and far more aggressive in the last couple of years than they have historically. So there is definitely something going on there. I don't want to speculate. There's probably a million different reasons we have all heard and we have all debated, but I don't know the hardcore truth behind this, so I'm not even going to go there. I'm just here to share that these price increases may be coming. The time frame is, again, July is what I'm hearing, and yes, $1,000 is what I'm hearing on the classics at least. And if that's the case for the other bags that I mentioned, the reissues, the boys, and the 19s, then yeah, that's pretty considerable. If you are feeling a little bit frustrated or like, oh, I'm never going to be able to get my classic flap, and it is one of those bags that you've been wanting forever, and it's one of your wish list items, then you may want to consider the pre-loved market. You may want to consider vintage. I got this vintage from Fashion File it was in very good condition. That's what it was listed as, and I think it was pretty accurate. It is a 20-year-old bag. It is a 6 series, true vintage, beautiful. It's got the flattened quilting because over time that is what happens with the quilting on Chanel, but it is so buttery soft and it is just so well made. The craftsmanship, as we all talk about, was far better, far more superior back in the day for whatever reason, whether it was the quality control or the material, the quality of the materials, the supply of the materials, who knows, or maybe it was the level of the artisans that worked on these bags back in the day. Maybe they've changed the way they're created. I know that these Chanel Classic flaps, although a lot of people may say they're handmade, they're really not handmade. They're mostly machine made at this point. But without digressing too far, my point is that if you're not dead set on getting a brand new boutique bag, then you may want to consider the pre-loved market. I was very much against pre-loved anything for a long time because I was just worried on many levels, and I was concerned that I wasn't going to get the quality. And then what about, if there's an issue, how would I return? Is it safe? But Fashion File so far has worked out really well for me. This is obviously not a sponsored video, but I'm just sharing with you that I have bought repeatedly from Fashion File. I've also purchased from Rebag once, and Fashion File in particular has a really generous return policy. It's 30-day return policy, and your refund comes, I think, within like 7 to 10 business days. So not bad, really. They're not perfect. Fashion File is not perfect by any means. There have been some incidents, which I shared in some videos, but I do think generally they're a good marketplace. They have a lot of inventory. Now, with that being said, once the retail prices go up, we all know that the resale prices will follow. So already we're seeing super hyped up prices on the resale market, not just for the classic flaps, for a lot of the popular bags across the board. So just know that when the retail prices shift, the resale market will almost always follow. And so you have to kind of be quick to act, not panic buy, but quick to act if you know what you want, because the resale prices will also go up. And then a lot of times people ask me which resellers do I have experience with or would I recommend. This one here I've talked about, and I unboxed this on my channel, showing the whole deal, like how it arrived, the packaging, all of that, all the specifics. I got this from a reseller on Instagram called Rouge Street Bags. The gal, her name is Jazz. She's lovely. She's super patient. I'm a very picky buyer. I needed a lot of photos, a lot of details, a lot of videos. I had a lot of questions, and she was amazing. And I actually bought from her twice. The red classic flap as well, which I recently let go of in my vlog sale because I wasn't reaching for it as much, and I'm really trying to curate here and keep what I really use and really love. But yeah, I trusted her enough to purchase from her twice. So Rouge Street Bags from Instagram, I'll leave that down below in my description box. And also my friend Elma, who I got to know through Instagram, but then we became really good friends and got to hang out when she visited me in New York recently. But she is also a reseller. She specializes in vintage Chanel. Okay, if I had known, well, she didn't actually start her business. It wasn't public on Instagram, I don't think, when I bought this. Otherwise, I would have just bought from her. But I did buy my mom's bag from her. I'll link that video up above. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous 24K gold Chanel Classic flap, medium black, caviar, just impeccable. Got that from Elma. She is at The Guru Edit. I'll also put that information down below in the description box. So when it comes to resellers outside of places like Fashion File or Rebag, I would highly recommend The Guru Edit and the Rue Street bags. So both of those I'll put down below. Of course, always please do your research. Please always ask your questions and always get photos and everything you need, because we all have to do our due diligence. But these two in particular, I've gotten to know really well, and I trust them. From my personal experience, I trust them. So other than that, I would say I get a lot of questions about a lot of the resellers on Instagram, and because I have zero experience with them, even if they look legit, even if they have like 20,000 followers, I will usually just say like, I don't know, you got to do your own research, because I will never, never, never vouch for anyone that I have no clue about. That's reckless. So those are the only two that I have personal experience with and would vouch for. I'm just sharing this information because I know it can be a little disconcerting or disheartening when you hear about another price increase and you are in the midst of saving. And if you're saving, kudos to you, because not at all important stuff here that we're talking about, all frivolous luxury stuff that are not necessities, not important. So definitely don't go into debt. Definitely don't be putting yourself in a tough situation for a handbag. Saving is the way to go, or use your discretionary income. And yeah, I just don't want you to be disheartened, because I know these price increases are coming fast and furious, and it seems like there's another one right around the corner every time I'm making a video. So hope this video was somewhat helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel and you enjoy this type of content, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and join this community. And otherwise, I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.